Right, we are
Hmm,
now live. Hopefully
excellent.
the audio is way better than the last two streams was. In fact, last four streams. So I am joined tonight with Postchord. You can
Hi there.
see a link to his website up in the top. You may have seen him in the chat in previous streams. This is Luke. He is our composer. He has been with the project since before most people were. Um, since years ago, we were sat in his room. I was asking him to make music by humming tunes, and he would make it actually sound like something good.
That's
Um,
true, yeah. I remember that.
I still claim that I wrote Rough Folk when you're
Yeah,
not
okay.
around.
No, fair, fair enough.
But in actuality, no one believes me. So yeah, Luke is an incredibly good composer when he's not doing that. He is a shit hot editor as well. Um,
Aw,
if you're interested in any of that, like I said, his link is at the very top of the stream right now. That's postchord.co.uk. You can also find him on youtube.com/postchord and see a wealth of quite impressive stuff that he's done. And yeah, so here tonight, he's written all of the music that's actually being used in the game. Also planning to do the sound design at some point. So
yes. I
tonight,
still,
sorry, go on.
I still need to blow up a pumpkin. I need a reference sound for a pumpkin blowing up.
Yeah, I look forward to
Hmm,
that. In fact, we should document that and put that on the. We should put that on the internet
we should do.
because there aren't enough pumpkins like that. I changed it slightly though. I don't know if you saw the final animation, but now it just kind of implodes. It's like a so if you can shoot something through a pumpkin, maybe we just destroy a bunch of pumpkins. I don't know.
Okay.
Um, but anyway, tonight we are here to record some music.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
uh, as you can see Luke's screen here, through my Discord. I should probably full screen that. Yep, there we go. So what you're seeing now is Luke's display. This is how Luke works. I have not seen him do this for many years, so this is going to be new to me too. Hello to anyone watching this on YouTube as well. This is going to be the first one where we stream with the intent of putting it up afterwards. It'll be on the Postchord channel and it'll also be on the Greenwich Freakshow channel. The URL I am not sure of yet, but I will. You will find it if you want to. So,
Cool.
take it away, Luke. So, I've given you some really ropey and rough sort of starting points.
Yes. So there's two tracks that you want to get done. The alleyway scene music,
Mhm.
which I shall save for another day.
Sure.
So we're going to give the basement scene a shot.
Cool. Cool. Yeah.
So
So the
slightly creepy.
Yeah, so I mean, at the heart of this scene, it's just a knackered old basement that no one really goes to in a pub. But due to some structural faults, some of the children of the Thames, who are our kind of benign zombies, have gotten in, and they don't hurt anybody. They mean no harm. They just sort of wander around, find somewhere dark, and just kind of moan to themselves. Obviously, this is incredibly disconcerting to certain people like the protagonist of our game.
Hmm.
So as soon as you go in there, it's just this darkness, and then suddenly these eyes open, and you're like, "I'm not alone," and this little moan, and just gripped with fear. And that's one of the puzzles in the game. But just even when he's gone, it just should be a place that's just creepy.
Right. Excellent. Right then. Well, we should get started with something vaguely creepy.
Nice.
And I always think a kind of music box sound is the way to go. I'm not actually sure.
Ooh,
Can you hear that?
I cannot.
Ah, see, we should probably have sorted that before we started.
That's all right.
I don't know how to send both my mic and this.
All right. Well, let me quickly. We are just going to pause the stream briefly while we sort this out. But we will be right back.
Oh shit, we're so good at this.
All right. So
What if it's doubled
just
up?
for anyone on the stream, they can hear us again now, and the screen is back up because, at least instead of staring at a thing, they could be staring at Poke the Pixie and the Patchy Posse very kindly, talking nonsense. So something. So essentially, right now we are doing technical difficulties. We're trying to hash it out as to so that I can hear Luke and the music. So far, it's not gone. We're struggling essentially, but we did make a bit of progress in that I could hear everything, but he could hear nothing. So, Luke, are you still there, or have you muted yourself by again?
No, yeah, I can hear everything, but there's like two of me now. I don't know if you can hear two of me.
No, I can just hear one.
Okay, well, we'll just go with this then.
Are you sure? You're not
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of.
just going to talk. it's going to be very slow because I've got an echo, which
Yeah.
naturally slows you down.
Okay. Yeah.
But here I am.
Is it? Can
also-
you hear the music twice, or is it just your own voice?
Just my voice.
Is there any way
Which
you can turn yourself down on your headphones, like in the volume mixer, or will that stop it from coming through as well?
That would just be everything. I don't know. Can you? Oh no, I won't be able to hear. Yes. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Yeah, no, it's just going to be like that.
Okay, are you sure this isn't going to damage you horribly?
I'm just going to talk very slowly.
I remember Ash did this once before. I can't remember what game we were playing, but there was something where we were trying to do something, and Ash was doing this. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
Can you hear loads of?
Oh God, you're all in a cave now.
Oh.
You sound like a Gregorian choir. You are cutting off abruptly, though.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's.
No.
Does that sound okay to everyone in the chat?
That's all right. I'll switch that off. I'm just knocking about.
But we can hear it, and can you give us a little sample of that sexy music? Excellent. All right, we are go.
Excellent.
Right, so
All right.
thank you for sticking with us throughout all that, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Luke, are you ready to share your screen with me again?
Oh yeah, I've got to do that.
Currently got the technical difficulties thing up.
Okay. If I share this and it breaks everything, I'm going to be very.
So far, so
Okay.
good.
Yep. Cool.
Excellent. Excellent. That's good. Okay, everybody. Pardon me. We are back. And we're ready to go. Although Luke's going to talk like he's not very well. But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Right. Where were we? What were you doing? Yes, slightly creepy music that you can hear.
Ah,
Okay, right.
I'm having fun. You having fun?
This is, you know what? I wouldn't have this any other way. If this went perfectly, then I'd be very worried.
Mhm.
Okay, let's have some kind of. What should we have?
Anyone watching this on YouTube, I hope you skipped the nonsense.
Would you not
I
cut
might.
that out?
I might. I might just annotate it so you can skip. It depends. It depends.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll keep it in. It's the kind of Mickey Mouse operation we run, so.
Well, I mean, so because I had it on the Be Right Back screen, it's just curtains and the Kensington Gore theme for like 5-10 minutes.
No, fair enough.
We missed the excellent conversation that Pixie and Patchy Posse were having about would you rather have the powers of a bee or a daddy longlegs?
I'd have the powers of a bee, probably.
Nice. Yeah, I think so too. I think a daddy longlegs is way too benign.
That's good.
That's nice.
So we're going for creepy.
If the
It's
chat
not very.
could let us know what that sounds like on your end, if that sounds okay, or if it's a bit high or anything. I'm still getting used to the volume levels, and like I said, I only discovered that the last few streams are really quiet, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's so weird that I can hear two of me.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I
Like-
bet that's hell. Sounds fine on M's end, that's good.
Good. Oh!
Space! I was trying to do a Robert Smith impression earlier, and M just kept saying I sounded like David Bowie.
Yeah,
I would
try to do it, David. Oh,
Well, like.
I've kind of,
What?
my voice. Yeah, sorry. I just kind of went in sync and then out of sync again. I don't know what's going
You're
on.
gonna condition yourself to hate your own voice, dude. Is there really no way you can, like.
There's got to be a way, but I mean, we just got to crack on.
Okay, sure. If you're sure, because I can only hear one of you.
Okay,
So
that's
what's
right.
this
As
creepy
long as it
music
sounds
for
good.
in the game? Right, okay, yeah, so if you missed the time before the difficulties. So at one point in the game, the player character has to go down to the basement of the pub, and in there, it would normally just be a creepy old basement. It's only illuminated by one little shaft of light. It's all very sinister looking already. But then as soon as you get down there, you just see this bright glowing pair of eyes open and realise that the children of the Thames, the usually benign but pretty scary Walking Dead of our world, have broken in through a fault in the wall, and the main character is just terrified of these things. So it's just this sense of sort of dread. And then even after they're gone, I still want it to be there because it's creepy and there's a hole in the wall. So it's that kind of thing. Ash sympathises with you, Luke. It's horrific to hear one's own voice.
It is, especially two of me. One of me is irritating enough. Okay, right. So, just trying to do some stuff. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, there that is. Yes. Right. Let's try and start with some kind of start and riff. I don't know if you want to hum anything.
Hmm. No, I would like to claim that I wrote this afterwards. I don't know. I can't. So this is one of the few things where I don't actually have like a point in my head. Just so I know we've got a lot of really creepy songs already, so I don't want it to be like completely horrible and like, oh, I'm gonna die, but just a little bit, maybe like, na na na. I quite like what you were starting before with the music box type thing,
Yeah, we got that up there.
because it's like a
Crud.
familiar kind of eerie.
Yeah. The minute you hear that, and just some Victorian girl going, "Excuse me, mister,
Have you got any pens? I don't know.
have you got some pennies to replace my eyes?"
Says this software is so alien to her. It's good to watch this process.
Oh, what does she use? To she does do stuff, doesn't she? Musically.
Well, mostly no, not really. I mean, she plays a mean ukulele, but mostly video
Ooh.
editing and stuff.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean this is Logic because I've got a Mac because they own Logic. I started on Logic years ago when it was multi-platform,
Yeah. Oh,
but
now it's Mac only.
now it's Mac only. Much like Final Cut was,
Yeah.
or is still, but you know they've kind of lost their.
User base.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying the Mac hype is dead now, but
Really?
I can't afford to replace this.
No, that's fair. I was very lucky that I managed to get a cheap second-hand tower. Ash says, yeah, he thinks we should go for weary or unsettling. I think those are good adjectives to go for.
Okay.
What might be an interesting idea, actually, is if you want a starting point, I could play a bit of the, or if you've still got the file, the pub theme.
You've probably got it quicker than I will.
Okay.
You want to crack that out?
I do. I've got no way to play it and send it to you. I can quickly send you the file in Discord, though.
Okay.
So, I will.
Classic scary arpeggio.
Classic scary arpeggio.
Sorry, just Lloyd Grossman up. Well, this is a classic.
That is Lloyd Grossman, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do that voice all the time.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh! Alright,
Was
that is
that
a
really
little bit
horrible?
loud. Yeah, I don't know why that was so distorted.
So we just make that horrible for them.
But I think a lot slower as well.
But then make it minor. There you go. Instantly creepier.
So, although that sounded really loud and distorted to me, no one's going nuts in the chat, so I'm gonna assume that that volume level was okay.
It's sometimes a dangerous assumption. I could probably turn it down this end if you wanted.
I don't know.
Or was it just the bit where I tried to sing along?
Was that what that was? Right?
Probably was that. Sorry.
I genuinely didn't notice.
No, I decided to sing along.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yep. There you go.
There you go. A little bit of cheeky peeking.
Cheeky peeking.
I love a cheeky peek.
I love my cheeky peeking. Right. See how that's.
Ash has confirmed that there is no explosion on his side. So fuck me. So that's okay.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. Obviously, because we've all got different techniques, but I'm just used to the cacophony of noise that I make.
It's fine. I turned my headphones up way too loud. It turns out. Oh, that's good. Although it's now gone silent. Oh, there we
It's
go.
now been silent.
Yeah, it just the sound stopped for a minute. It seems to be there again now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's cutting out during that. That's odd.
Is there some kind of peak meter?
Maybe.
Let's go into the user settings. Does automatically determine input sensitivity?
Great.
Does that mean it just normalizes it?
I
Well,
guess.
Automatic gain control there. We'll turn that off. And
Cool.
Noise. Press it.
Yeah, actually, it's cutting out on the third bit exactly. So I don't think it's even a volume thing. It just seems, or maybe it is. Maybe it's the bit cut out,
No, cut out there, huh?
and then it was back. It's
Oh.
really weird.
Is that better?
No, it cuts out in that middle bit. I don't know what that's about.
Oh man, Discord, you are amazing.
You do sound a lot quieter suddenly.
Oh, that would be because I switched that automatic gain control off.
Maybe gain
How
control
about now?
thing.
Woo!
Keep talking.
Loud. Hello. This is Greenwich Freakshow.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Water in Mallorca don't taste like it oughta.
Nice. I keep trying to get, well, a couple of times I've tried to get my mate from work who's Spanish to say that, and he hates it because he doesn't understand why I'm asking him to say it.
One of the best things I ever heard was a Polishman trying to say Wimbledon.
How do you
And it was
say it?
Wimbledon.
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 We remember. I'm going to say his name just in case he would take offence to it. But there was a time he got really into chicken kickers. And he was like, "Hey guys, does anybody want some chicken knickers?"
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
also
my
called
God.
prawn crackers chicken crisps.
Chicken crisp. Oh, yeah.
One evening I was just up at like 1 a.m. and I came out and he's like, "Hey Ben, do you want some deep fried pubes and chicken crisps?" Completely earnestly.
That is amazing.
Madness.
Right, so to go over that, which thing you can't really hear.
Yeah, it's coming in and out. I don't really get it. I'm quite liking the little tingly tingle bits though,
Yes.
because I was going through all the sprites I had the other day, and currently the zombie in question is a grown man, and I kind of rushed the artwork on him, and he just doesn't look quite right, and he doesn't really fit with the others. And actually, the tingly tingly makes me wonder if it should be a little girl or something even more sinister.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah.
Just go try
Hello. I don't know.
Crank that down. I'll be a little quieter. I just want to try and make this work. Is that still cutting out? Or
It goes for like 3 seconds. So it's like 1, 2, 3, nothing for a couple of bars, and then 1, 2, 3, nothing. I think it is just it's either peaking or it's not detecting it or something, because it's too abrupt. Or I don't know.
Okay, I might try. What's the folder? Oh,
Oh,
two
I've
of them.
been disconnected from the chat. That's good.
Creepy.
Luckily, I can see the comments on the preview screen. Ash likes the jingle pipes. Oh, that. Oh no.
Yeah, okay, it's not automatically detecting it very well, so I'm just going to do the.
Uh.
And now I'm just going to have to hold the Z key down.
Oh, dude. Jam a penny in there or something. Woo! Frankenstein stream lives.
This is
This is your hell, dude. I'm so sorry about this.
I'm just trying to think of a key that's not used as a shortcut in Logic, and I don't know.
What about the one beneath? Oh, I don't know what a Mac keyboard looks like. I'm out. But Em and Ash are celebrating because they can hear everything.
Right, the F1 key won't work.
By the way, if you guys don't want me to use
Good.
your names, let me know, and I will use your pseudonyms, and I will edit this out in the YouTube video. But because you haven't said anything, I'm going to presume it's fine.
Right. Do I have? Oh no, we'll just go with it as it is. Right, I'm just going to have to hold down the Z key the entire time, or the F1 key.
Oh, I've done something
Right.
weird. So I'm monitoring the Twitch stream from my phone, and I've closed Twitch, but the it's created a new little box that just has the stream in it that I can't get rid of. I can only move around my phone screen. God. Pixie is fine. Okay, Pixie. Ash, I'm not calling you Captain Pandaman. You stream with me, so you get to be called Ash.
I'm just trying to find a subtle kind of drone to go in the background of this. Which is quite hard because a lot of these aren't that subtle. See, not subtle at all.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I've got to bear in mind that it's on a loop, so obviously you can't have something that builds up ridiculously.
True.
Oh, I forgot to hold down the key. In Distiller Whale Calls. I feel like we're about to watch John Carpenter's The Thing. Okay, no, we'll just use a something else. Let's go.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes. You want? Do I have bagpipes?
Just a constant tone.
I've probably got bagpipes somewhere.
Yeah.
Do I have any bagpipes? Bagpipes. You'd think there's going to be some bagpipes on here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of gutted if you don't have bagpipes. Yep, Pixie agrees. Creepy bagpipes.
Okay, well there we go then. I'm surprised GarageBand doesn't have any.
Ash replies with, "Please God." Sorry, Captain Pandaman replies with, "Please God, no bagpipes."
Okay, well.
Pixie really wants the
World.
bagpipes.
Okay.
They probably won't be in African though. Actually, I don't know. Saying that, it's the kind of thing that you'd Google. It's actually, bagpipes were created in Uganda in 1293 to scare chickens or something. You know.
That's a terrible bagpipe sample. This person
That's not a bagpipe.
clearly never heard what a bagpipe sounds like.
Ow!
It's truly, truly horrible. Can have a medieval recorder. I wonder what that sounds like. Just sounds like a flute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually struggle to get a lot of music done because I usually just find loads of weird stuff on here and just.
Pixie to the rescue on fact checking. Contrary to popular belief, the bagpipes were not invented in Scotland or Ireland. It is widely believed that the pipes were originally created in the Middle East, with supporting evidence in Egypt and eventually Greece and Rome. Ah.
Excellent.
The fact bell rings.
Okay, we'll keep that in as fact. Bell.
Yeah, I can imagine. In fact, I have many memories of us just sat going through these things.
Yes, which is very detrimental when you've already spent half an hour of your stream trying to make some sound.
Hey, it makes it interesting, right?
It does make it interesting. Right, we'll have to forgo the bagpipes. 'Cause...
I should have said you should start that with actually.
Okay, let's go for deep bass.
What's the chat delay like, by the way, today? I've turned it down because it was on like anti-spam 3 seconds, but because it's we haven't really had any trouble with that, I just turned it to nothing.
That is not what a deep bass should sound like. I don't know. I don't have Twitch open. I can't.
No, that's fine. I was. No one's replied, so it might be massive.
Or nobody cares.
Or nobody cares. Yeah.
Just send out a SOS to the world.
About 30 seconds. Alright, that's quite a lot, actually.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
That's Twitch, I guess.
Okay, why are you being so very weird? I've probably got the wrong one open, that's why. Yes, I was changing fact bell. It's no longer a fact bell, sorry.
Shame.
Right, basis plus.
Ash says, we care, Luke. We care.
Yeah? Oh, at least someone does.
Yeah, that's good. Ooh.
That's always a winner.
Mysterious. That's ruddy mysterious.
There is. I should at some point invest in a proper keyboard for doing this, because I'm currently just using the actual letters you see there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But, you know, I don't often... I'm usually playing guitar and stuff. So
That's true.
Usually...
It's like an extraneous. It would be nice, but it's not necessary, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, God.
I totally agree with what Pixie said at the beginning, actually. This is really an alien. Like, I know all this stuff does stuff, but if someone told me actually only like 10 of these buttons do anything, the rest is to scare off normies, I'd be like, yeah, okay. I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff you don't really have to muck around with so much. I mean, I'm still not amazing at this. I'm kind of a jack of all trades around this program.
Okay.
But, you know, there are a lot of people that get right under the hood and change loads of things, like especially with this here. Literally never touched one of these. I just use it to dial up the sound and then just go away. But this is a simple, like I could record a fart or whatever and stick it in here and turn it into a drum kit.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, same with this. That's just one of the inputs. Like alchemy is absolutely nuts. It's another. I'll show you in a little bit.
Nice.
What was I doing? Yes. Boost the bass up. Crank everything else down loads. Just to make that really ambient. There we go.
Nice.
Crank it down a bit. Okay, let's get in there.
Ash says it's very impressive to watch.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is like seeing someone. I don't know. I can't think of an analogy.
It's like
watching someone do something difficult that you don't quite understand.
well, you know, I mean, that's for me like just sitting there watching you do your pixel art. You're just like, what's going on, and then you zoom out and you're like, holy shit, that's a face.
Oh, cheers, man. Well.
Like, oh my god, how did he know to do that? There was no numbers. Right, this is a relatively new reverb system that Logic introduced. So I'm still not quite up to speed with this. They got rid of platinum verb, which irritates me because I love that. But this can be really. It's got this weird freeze button here. So like you go, and then you freeze it, and that's just like permanent now.
I like the dancing pixel, whatever that is. I don't know.
I think that's demonstrating to you what the frequency is down here, and then that's the length of time it gets held for there.
Jeez.
So it'll hold on to like your reverbs for a bit, like your bass a bit longer, or
Dancing rainbow, Pixie says. Indeed.
it is quite pretty. Unfortunately, I still don't really know what half of it does. Let's go with dark room.
What makes the sound dry or wet?
This here, so the dry is the actual sound you're hearing, and then the wet is the actual reverb.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, it's quite. If you get like violins and stuff, and you just crank the dry right down, it can sound really in your face, and a little bit alien. Yes, that's what that's for. We don't want that too much, actually.
Oh, creepy.
Touch too
Yeah,
much.
okay, yeah, the Thamesy has definitely got to be a creepy little girl. Just sat there smiling in the dark. Yeah, that's way better. To this creepy music. Oh.
Just gonna have to wait for that pinwheel of death to go away.
I couldn't tell whether it was latency on my end. I do appreciate that sharing the screen is probably eating a lot of RAM that could otherwise be dedicated to doing this.
This is supposed to be the dog's nuts. Unfortunately, yeah. It's having a small kerfuffle there.
Just a little crash.
It's quite a significant crash.
I mean, that's sort of like we know the kind of sound that you're going for now.
Yes.
If it does crash and we lose it, then we have progressed. It's okay.
Indeed. It might just be not liking me holding the F1 key down.
Do you want to get some tape or something, or?
Yeah, I might. If we're alright to have a little break for 5 minutes, just to.
Yeah, that's fine, dude.
If you have such a placeholder screen.
Yeah. So I do have a Be Right Back screen. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go to the Be Right Back screen, because...
Okay.
Don't say anything amazing in the chat while we're gone, because it won't be there and I'll be sad.
Okay.
But, we'll be about 5 minutes. Does anyone have a request for the song I play over on the Be Right Back screen before I go?
Always look on the bright side of life.
I've got Rough Folk or Kensington Gore, or that really annoying lift music that you wrote for the degree show. I'm not doing that. That's
yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was nuts.
Drove people mad. What was the point? I asked you to do a Victorian equivalent of lift music, and you did. It was great. All right, yeah. We're going to take a maybe 5-minute break. So we'll be back shortly.
See you in a minute.
And we are back. Everyone should be able to hear us again.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. So we're back.
Oh my god, it's crashed.
So did it crash?
It's... Excuse me.
Sorry.
Yes. And now I'm trying to close the reverb. It's having a little crash again. So,
But
yeah.
it's not like a fatal crash. It's like a crash light.
It's... I mean, I've got to quit this and open it again, so I'll do that. You probably won't hear me.
Mm-hmm. I've just spent that whole time thinking I should be filling whilst we can't filling, and didn't say anything at all.
Right.
So
I'm going to try and quit this again, and hopefully it won't crash. Oh,
it's okay.
your,
That's alright.
your
Ash's
backing the RAM.
Twitch app crashed there apparently, so
Oh, okay.
don't worry.
Well,
It's Crash
you know,
City.
we're just having a great time at the moment. Huh?
Population at least 2.
Indeed. Right. Right, yeah, let's crack on with this. Basically the pub riff. But we want it to... Just going to mute the reverb for now. We'll tweak that later.
Sure. I've got to say, I'm impressed with how good synthesized piano has got, because I remember even just a few years ago, sometimes you'd listen to something and you're like, well, that's on a fucking computer, you know, it hasn't got quite the... But I think... I mean, obviously, it's you know what you're doing in terms of adding the reverb to make it sound more natural anyway, but just, I don't know, it's just impressive that what you can do now. And I'm not saying, like, I mean, real instruments are always real instruments.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like if I say otherwise, you will stop the stream. But but yeah, no, it's impressive. It's nice.
I think, yeah, a lot of keyed instruments, they're pretty much there now. Like, it's quite hard to tell the difference between real and fake ones. But obviously, when you get stuff like strings and guitars and
Yeah,
stuff like that, you can't quite get the nuances.
that's true.
I mean, with stuff like this, yeah, you can kind of increase the pitch and that, so you can accent stuff like that. Which, people, it's obviously something people do. But again, we'll get the riff down and then I'll kind of go around trying to humanize it a bit.
Excellent.
Right. Copy that block. So yeah, up here we got the track, obviously with the different sections. Then down here's the piano roll, where you can do all that kind of stuff. You can set this to score if you are the kind of person that can.
Oh wow, right.
Write
So
stuff
you
with
could
music.
actually export the whole thing and have, in theory, like an orchestra or a small band play it.
Yeah, you can print it out, but you can also input it like this. So
That seems insane.
yeah, I mean, for some people that'd be the way to do it. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
self-taught, never learned how to do all this kind of stuff, so I don't have those skills. I'll stick with the nice coloured blocks, thank you.
I like the coloured block. The coloured blocks seem more right anyway. The I don't know. Yeah, M likes it. Oh, sorry, Pixie likes it. I'm not. I don't know. I like the
It's
coloured
what-
blocks. The coloured blocks feel more like computerized sound. It feels more like the future.
Yeah, it's a very friendly interface, with the. Oh, it's gone blue. It's purple. That's really quiet, and then red for loud, obviously.
Ah. I didn't know that had any bearing on anything. I thought you just picked a colour you liked to make it distinct from something else.
No, it will auto color stuff. Like these are green because they're MIDI tracks, but I
Right.
could, if I wanted, I can assign the track a color,
Wow.
make it purple. I don't know if that will color the blocks. Yeah, color regions by tracks. There you go.
Wow.
Purple for creepy. So just try and get the next bit of this riff going. It's quite a hard instrument to tell what note it's playing though. We'll get the piano on the go first, and then we'll go on with that. That's what we got so far.
I think that's my favourite bit. Meh.
Yeah, I'll leave it in there just for you.
Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Let's start getting a bit 1880s on this.
Oh. Mm.
Oop. There we go. Might just put that up there actually. Flavour it up a little. Cool. So we'll get these crowtails music box.
What does that mean?
That's the music box sound. I don't know where that came from. Why it's called crowtails. If anyone in the chat feels like researching.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so far the research from the chat has been invaluable. Let's see if I can beat them. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a musical instrument. Crowtail. How do you pronounce this? I want to pronounce it right if I'm gonna do. Crotales, sometimes called antique cymbals, are percussion instruments consisting of small, tuned bronze or brass discs. Each disc is about 10 centimeters, 4 inches, in diameter, with a flat top surface and a nipple at the base. Very cheeky. They are commonly played by being struck with hard mallets. However, they may also be played by striking two discs together in the same manner as finger cymbals or by bowing. Cool.
Much like the monkeys. So you can just imagine some tattered monkey, you know, the little clockwork ones.
Little
with
cymbal monkeys, the bang bang
Yeah,
with
yeah.
little fez. Yes, definitely.
So there you go. There's the music video for this. Have you seen the organ that some dude's made out of a bunch of Furbies?
No.
It is on YouTube. It is absolutely horrifying. Like, check it out. It's just...
Oh
took-
god, that is horrible.
Yeah, and each Furby's a different note, and it's really harrowing. It just sounds like your childhood dying.
Oh god, that's creepy
It's-
looking. I'm not watching the video, but it's creepy.
Definitely check it out later. It is absolutely...
Posting a link in the chat for anyone who's interested.
I mean, the guy's an engineering genius. For
Well,
making
clearly,
such-
it's obviously very interestingly done, but just a creepy nightmare mess.
What possesses you to go, I'm going to turn 64 Furbies into some kind of
Yeah.
horror organ?
It looks like they've queued up on seats for some kind of Furby execution. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet it sounds very interesting, and I will check it out later. But it's odd.
It's kind of like a mix of like really cute and
Pardon me?
absolutely like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I mean Furbies creep me out a little bit anyway.
Right, I think we should arpeggiate.
I love you.
Can you not do that? Like I said, I can make samples, so when this goes live, I can just sample that little bit and turn it into.
Love, 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 love you.
Love you.
Oh yeah, so crotales are like it's just like a plank with a load of nails in it, and there's a symbol on the end of each nail.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Slowly getting there, I think. I don't know why I put that there.
Put what where?
I decided to just start this track halfway through the track for some reason.
Ah, that's
Okay,
much
yeah.
more together now.
Yeah. So just get rid of those two there.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, now this will be out of time. that. Yeah, that's it. Sounds very very much like a tuba now.
Mm.
Where should we go after that?
This may sound crap, but may I suggest that maybe in the middle we have a bit where most of it goes silent and we just have like a flutey bit with the bass.
What, in the middle of this section that we
It's
just
like,
done here?
no. It's like this whole bit plays, and then after all this, there's suddenly like a little bit where it's maybe just the bass line and some kind of like eerie flute, and then we come back to the piano and dingle
Okay.
plank.
Yeah, we can try it. So this is like the beginning so far.
Mm.
So this bit here will probably just be the intro. So if I stick in a marker, which I haven't done for absolute years. So we won't stick in a marker. We'll just split this here. Command T for the split. In fact, we might even... I've balanced a camera battery with a camera on top of my F1 button. And that just slipped, hence me going whoop and then cutting off all the noise. No, I'm just thinking we don't loop that. Yeah, we shall press A to bring up track automation. Now this is the volume of the track here. So if we put we rubber band that should have a nice fade in there.
Oh yeah.
But we'll set that so that kicks in fully there. All right. Do you want me to do like a after dark Greenwich Freakshow for you? And now we're just going to automate this. Oh, there goes a little off tune there. I mean, they are in tune. It's just because it's like a slightly out of. Well, it's an old instrument, isn't it? Well,
Yeah, it's a slightly discordant bell, isn't it? I don't think it quite works anyway.
Just those overtones. I could try and EQ that out. And try and keep it as it sounds. Sorry, with that solo, you can't hear me talk there.
No, it's fine. Sorry, I was just kind of captivated by it. Something hypnotic about very creepy bells.
Okay. I mean, unless we change that, it's going to sound a little bit. I might just duplicate this channel.
Okay.
I can't. No, I used to know all of the shortcuts, and then I press the record button, stream it, and I'm like, I can't remember anything.
It happens, man. I mean, it's unless you do this kind of thing every day, you're gonna forget stuff anyway.
Yes.
and being on stream is a little bit tense.
It can be, yeah. I mean, especially if you were to have loads of viewers, you'd be a little bit worried.
Yeah, no, like if there were a shit ton of people, I'd be very nervous.
Unless you're, was it PewDiePie who dropped the N bomb while streaming?
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
I can, cause I can. But I wouldn't do it. I can imagine that he did it.
It's nuts, isn't it? And who was a? I keep thinking it was him, but it was another guy who did that Japan incident.
Oh yeah, yeah, Jake Paul.
That's it, yeah. But like, if you check out all of his stuff beforehand, he was still being a completely
Yeah, well, I think it's the thing.
horrible
If
human
you
being.
are if you are young and you don't really, all you do is make videos to like a blanket echo chamber of people who are gonna support stupid things that you do, that your filter is gonna degrade and you're gonna start doing more and more stupid stuff.
It's true. It is very true. Right, let's try this. A nice Celesta. I tell you what. You mentioned the wet and dry earlier.
Oh yeah,
If we have no reverb on the thing we've just done, and we have loads. Sorry, loads of wet on this one.
that's alright. Oh, that sounds so creepy and far away.
Yeah, there's a bit of phase on that. But then if you have both of them together, it's like
Wow,
that is absolutely.
it's sinister, man. I love it.
It's quite sinister.
Yeah.
Was it Command J? Yes, there we go. Join. Right, I'm just gonna. Let's push all of that up an octave, so it's kind of similar to the clear tails. That's a nightmare feel right there.
That's perfect. But it's also kind of subtle. Like it's not like monster. It's not like danger. It's just like, ugh, you know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
going for.
yeah.
That's perfect.
Ah, man, there's a film on Netflix we watched recently which had some sound design I loved. I can't for the life of me remember which one it is. But it's about some weird comet that comes down and then loads of life kind of spews forth from it.
Pixie was telling me about that. Yeah, it's got Natalie Portman in it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
and this is-
dude who plays Poe Dameron in Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, so the sound design's good.
Oh man, there's this one bit. I don't want to ruin it too much, but this morphed bear, and he just oh god, he basically absorbs someone's scream and then
Oh.
uses it to try and bait people, and it's just absolutely horrifying. It's really good. I do love a good bit of sound design.
Pixie says it has the same feeling you get from the Lavender Town music in Pokemon.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I can definitely see where you're coming from there. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a creepy bit of the game because nothing actually happens, but like all the people like, oh, all the Pokemon died here. It just really makes you, and the oh yeah.
And like the weird thing is, your adversary's there, like right before you leave, isn't he? And then it's like, yeah, I was just paying my respects. So like, what did he do? Kill one of his Pokemon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good job of being creepy.
Yeah. And yeah, I was like, this is mortifying. We didn't really need a reminder of our own mortality after struggling through that cave.
Yeah.
But there you go. Right, what
That's
was I
good
doing?
though. If it puts Pixie in mind of that, that's perfect.
No, yeah, it is really good. Right, you wanted a flute. So we'll copy that bass
Yeah,
line.
it might sound crap and not work. It was just kind of a gut. What maybe this would be cool. This is actually really useful though, because Ash and I were talking about doing a world building stream mid next
Ooh.
week, probably on Wednesday. And as part of it, I've been wanting to expand this part of the city. It's called Ghost Town. And
Okay.
it's where a lot of It's where it's kind of the main concentration of all these children of the Thames, these living dead people go to.
Yeah.
And so I could use this as like a theme tune for them, as well as just this room.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
We could even do variants of this because it's in this big abandoned shipyard. So we could. Anyway, that's not right now, but I'm getting excited, and that's great. I like to be excited.
Right. So flute. Let's try and find us a. Excuse me. Oh,
It's all good, man.
let's have a little mouth burp there.
Yeah, no. Ash very kindly brought me a Pepsi Max in the break, and I keep burping. I hope they're not too audible on the stream. If they are, I'm very
I haven't noted any. So.
Oh, good.
Right. If we.
Oh, the stream's gonna be fucking disgusting.
That's quite a. Go for some of the weirder. I say weirder. Some of the lesser known used. Well, not that
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling.
Peruvian panpipes. Oh well, we'll put that in the maybe pile.
Yeah.
Native American flute. That's a little bit. The start's a little bit. Not
Yeah, it sounds like
there.
a guy going home,
Home.
home.
Home. I don't know what a Persian Santor is. Or
Ooh.
big, apparently. Oh wow! I like that.
It sounds like a shamisen,
Hmm.
the Japanese one.
Yeah. That is cool. Have to use that for something. Let's try a Celtic tin whistle. That does sound a little bit. It's nice, but it does sound very very fake.
I
when you
mean,
play it like
that's
that.
true. I mean, I think any of these are going to need to be pitched up quite a lot. To
Yes.
be like
Okay.
a piccolo kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, we've got someone else in the chat that I know. Nice one. Thank you for joining us, Fairin. I've never had to read that out loud before, but I know that person. That's good. That's very nice of you to join us. I think that could work. Make it quite quiet, put a lot of reverb on it, and I think that's the one.
Oh, I accidentally just. That's horrible.
It was quite a groundbreaking achievement in the Greenwich Freakshow game when they made a sound that only dogs could hear.
There's this one bit in the game where if you linger too long, your head literally explodes.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're talking like NPCs out of Fable. But...
Yeah, I don't know, because felt right.
Have you played that Greenwich Freakshow game? No, what's it like? My head exploded.
The cat went mental.
Oh.
Imagine it in the walkthrough. You've got to wait until your cat or dog goes crazy and then hit the button.
And that's where your dick spot will be. So you wanted a bit of reverb on this?
Yeah, just like a creepy, like... From a sound design perspective, what I'm about to say means nothing. But imagine like a lonely ghost with a flute in the middle of a forest.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll just put that in the right spot.
I'm glad we've worked together for years, man, because I don't think anyone else would deal with this.
Sorry, I keep doing that. I go, I like it, man, and then I can't hear myself. No, it's good. I've had. You're not the only person who's given me direction like that.
I make pixel art good. That's it.
I don't know if you remember, but one of my first jobs straight after uni, which I didn't even get to finish, was trying to score the advert for a budget coffin maker.
I don't remember that. What?
So, yeah, it was one of those. I joined like some freelance site where it was like, oh, it's a set price. I'll give you X amount of hours and you'll get some stuff. And they were like, yeah, we need some music for a budget coffin advert. And they'd actually trademarked
Where do you advertise budget coffins? Sorry, go on. They trademarked what?
They trademarked their slogan, which was "Don't let your personal loss become your financial loss." TM. And I'm just like, is this
Cold.
actually happening? Is this really happening?
Bizarre.
Like, yeah. Can you have it happy but sad? And I sent them something, and they were like, "It's too sad."
Wow, that's weird. That's really weird. Did you get there in the end, or?
No, they just stopped emailing after a while. I was like, oh, welcome to the real world, kid.
That's really odd. That's really, really odd.
Crank that up a little.
I wonder how budget a budget coffin is.
Enough to not let your personal loss become your financial loss, apparently.
Apparently so.
Crank the rate right up. How horrible is that? Oh man,
Oh.
that was horror.
There was this horrible sound, and then the cat went mental. But
How
it
horrible
is
is that?
ruddy mysterious.
Oh, that's so horrible. I don't know why they've got that as an option on the reverb channel for some
No.
reason. But...
Well, I guess someone might want, you know, if you're selling a discount coffin and you need to show.
yeah. Oh. Okay, how horrifying is this? Does that sound like a ghost playing some horror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That does.
I didn't say he was a good ghost, man.
No, that's true. I didn't specify, did I?
You just hear this ethereal music. Damn it! Just wake up to that. Just some ghost trying to learn how to play the flute.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a ghost reed? Ooh.
You're right.
Yeah. Just when you select everything, it's like a.
I could double it up if you wanted.
No. It was just when you no. Oh,
Is it horrible?
it's just a bit sharp.
Right. There's a riff. Let's see it. Oh, I balls that up.
How so?
I put in not enough notes.
Can we put in a couple of pauses as well, where it it reverbs for a bit and then fades out? Just for like one beat.
Yeah, all right. We'll do that there.
Let me know if I'm over nitpicking. Actually, no. Never mind. That works. That works absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good shout. Okay, so that's the bass and flute bit, and if we can loop that and have the pianos kick in.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just copy that and paste. We'll have that. We'll have some stabs from the Celesta Crowtails horror that we've got going. Love that. That's so horrible.
Great.
Sounds like someone's at the door.
Yeah.
Okay, copy that, paste that into the clear tails.
It's like you just dropped it all on the floor. I love that it plays it as you move it around.
Have I got that right? I have, but I actually think I preferred it where it was. It's definitely horror.
Yeah. Lovely.
Right, smashing piano in.
Yeah.
Command K. That's not the right one. Excellent. Oh, that was already open. What should we go for this? Something kind of similar to this.
Yeah, I think the scales works.
Okay then.
Like the umpire thing you've got going.
Put that there. Might try and do something a bit clever here, which never pays off.
Go on.
I mean, if anything, it looks pretty. Yeah. Have I done that right? Probably not. Right, let's give... If I put that in the right place. Give that a listen. What do you reckon?
I like it. Can we have a listen from the beginning?
Indeed we can.
Oh, I love that bit.
That's way too much now.
Nice. That's really good. So if we fill that bit with the so keep going with the piano there, and then sort of just carry on but without the flute. Maybe do something interesting with the jingle stick.
Yeah, certainly. I'm thinking we'll get this bit done. Sort some reverb for the piano, and then I think it just needs some kind of like ominous percussion behind it, just to
Okay.
drive it a little bit, because it just sounded a little bit stark at the moment, which does work, I guess. But
Pixie says that's fantastic.
oh, thank you very much.
I concur.
It's always a little bit worrying, kind of doing music live, just in case you know, just write absolute rubbish. That's true. What do you reckon?
It puts me in mind, and this is a really good thing. But there's a game that I absolutely adore, and that I think most people haven't played or wouldn't care about. It's called Lands of Lore, and it's from about 1994, I think, and it's like a
Okay.
first-person dungeon crawler, with the voice of Patrick Stewart.
Push.
But there's a bit where you're in a manor, I think, that's been like completely trashed by orcs, and you're looking for a mate. It's right at the beginning of the game, and one of the chords in this reminds me of that, and it's brilliant. It fills me with a creepy nostalgia, and that's awesome.
Excellent. Oh, I'm glad we got that.
Also had a message from Farron Thorne, who popped up in the chat, but she's on an Xbox, so it's hard to type. But sent me
fair
a
enough.
message saying,
Don't quit your day job.
yeah, this is terrible. You should stop right now. No. Sounding really good, really creepy. Sets a great scene. Picturing a hallway with ornate but dingy wallpapers with dark red floors, which is not dissimilar, actually.
Oh, no, that is your jam. That is one of the things
It
you paint.
is. It is. Well, for this scene, it's a really darkened basement. I'll see actually if I can bring it up on the other screen. But yeah, so it's a dingy basement that was obviously like a storage area and probably once more for this really old pub. Yeah, there's peeling wallpaper, there's a dingy floor, and it's dingy lit, so that's not far off. That's pretty good.
That's pretty cool. I missed my platinum verb. Okay. Do you want to not turn this into some kind of weird trance?
Ash said that sounds great. I kind of like it though. I was kind of sorry. I went very quiet because I was just kind of drifting in my own mind. It sounded like an old it brings to thoughts like an old knackered theatre, and like you can hear this tune from somewhere far off in the distance, but it's never there, and it's awesome.
Well, we could. Okay. We'll have that like that, but we'll add a ping pong.
We'll add a ping pong. I have no idea what that means.
It's a stereo delay. Stereo delay. If we do this well, it might work. But it's me.
All we hear is stereo delay.
Stereo. Someone still loves you.
What's this? We're gonna get content ID now because that was such a perfect rendition.
Yeah, we did do that really well. There you go. That's a bit much there. I don't know, does it work?
So it sounds awesome, but we are in a tiny little kind of shitty pub cellar.
True that, true that.
And I think although it sounds fantastic, it might add a little bit too much grandeur.
That is true as well, yes. We'll set that back to not. And
We don't want it to be too grandois.
True.
Actually, in the mix, this works really well. Oh, cuts in so nicely.
Cool. It's definitely definitely coming somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. Let's add some percussion.
Cheeky bit of percussion.
I don't even know what that voice was, man. What kind of percussion have we got?
Or as I like to say, a cheeky bang bang.
Okay. Very cheeky bang bang here.
Yep. No, look, Ash in the chat, cheeky. He agrees. It's a northern thing. It's fine. It's not being weird.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, man.
Ooh, timpani.
It's all about the timpani.
I once upon a time played timpani for a concert band in my secondary school and was
Yeah.
shit.
Were you like half a beat too late all the time?
Well, yeah, I don't really know why I went, but I went because I once had. See, I wanted to be a musician, but I didn't want to spend any time doing it.
Oh god, I know the one.
So I turned up to concert band, and the guy running it went, "Oh, fuck, can you play drums?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Look, fine, just do this. Hit it on these beats," and it was always wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's fun though.
Right, that's quite subtle. We're gonna crank the bass because I love cranking that bass. That's where that sits. So we'll bring that up. Didn't mean to press that one.
We now watch Luke cranking the bass to help inspire an ever-pervasive sense of dread.
So what about the bass? Bass is very dread.
I hope that's what we get, like... When we put the game out, we get reviews like, bass is very dread, GameSpot 2018. That sound effect is really good. The warble on it that makes it sound like an actual drum is bang on.
Yeah, these samples are... I can't remember where I got them from, but they're absolutely spot on.
Just got another message from Varen saying it puts her in mind of a bit of an upper class carnival, which kind of fits the theme of Greenwich Freakshow.
That does, very much so. Done
remember-
by the two
I
most
remember-
working class people ever meet.
Yes, I remember when we first were working on the idea, or at least the name, before it was really anything, and you made that really great creepy song. And you played the bass on like the chord from we had elastic straps for our university IDs, and Luke played the entire bass for this one track on the elastic chord from his ID thing. And then I tried it once and snapped it and had to get a new one.
I used to really irritate my classmates for that. I'd be playing Nirvana on it all the time.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that's working. I just feel like it needs something else behind it.
I feel like it could possibly be do with being lower in the mix. Just because it's a little bit intense.
True.
And I think it's meant to be like the suggestion of fear and dread.
Okay, we'll crank that down a bit like that. Okay, so that works. Is that better?
You know what? Maybe it could do with coming in a little bit later. No, I don't know actually, man. I have no idea.
I might try an 8-bit snare shuffle.
Ooh. Ooh.
Put it in stereo, doesn't really matter. It's just a very basic 8-bit plugin. There are far better out there, but it's always really loud as well, so I'm just going to crank that down before I start. And that's not...
Oh,
See, that's still like really loud. Even
yeah, it's pervasive.
So let's just crank that onto noise. Right, we'll just have that very quick. We'll give this a shot. Beautiful, right?
It sounds like I haven't tuned the television yet.
Where's the Mega Drive, man?
Yeah, right.
Set that to custom quickly. So I can set that down to 30 seconds to get more than that. Let's try 64. Right, crank that up. Not too much though. Yeah, 8-bit's very loud. Oh.
I guess it's because it originally came from like onboard speakers and stuff, right? So.
Yeah. Right. Crank that to 40. Just try and accent this up a little bit. Something like that.
It's good, but it kind of it makes it seem a bit more dangerous rather than creepy.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like you've got to worry about something, whereas it's like without it, it's much better. It's much more like a.
Well, if that works for you, man, we'll forgo the percussion. Might be trying to put a bit too much into this.
I think light is good. I think light works.
I'll try that without the bass just there as well.
Sure.
Just makes it a bit more powerful
Yeah.
and kicks in.
It's beautiful.
Cool. Oh, it's definitely getting somewhere, huh?
Yeah, man.
Right, what did you say you wanted to kind of go in for after that?
I think just if we could have just sort of one more section at least that's like, essentially like the bit before the flute.
Okay. So kind of just the bit straight after the intro.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that bit. Maybe. Yeah, have something similar to that going on then.
That piano sounds beautiful.
Maybe if we split that, we'll just have that go. Moved my dodgy button there.
Gotta be careful that dodgy button.
Can't get too excited and hit the keyboard too quickly. Might. Oh. I knocked it again.
So have you still got it pinned down and you've just got to avoid that area?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. So next time we do this, as long as you're still happy to do it next time,
Oh, absolutely.
we'll work something out.
Yeah, there's there's a lot of options, but yeah, I've just kind of slung this together so we can crack on with the stream.
And you've done an amazing job because I wouldn't have had a solution. But what we could do is if we find some way. Well, I mean, you can probably if you're like a sound engineer, you know what to do.
Yeah, I'll figure some stuff out. I've got a desk, so I can just loop some stuff in. But yeah, I mean, it's better than having this one channel here for my voice.
Yeah, you still hearing yourself?
Yeah, I'm still in double, man.
God, man, you've got the echoing sound of your own insanity as you
Yeah.
write this. This is
It's probably helping.
maybe, maybe putting yourself in a slightly abnormal state.
Right, okay, I think that can work if we just tweak these slightly. I'm just going to put that back to 30. Yeah. Some of you guys. Well, the concentration. And that one wants to. Is that good?
Sounds really good.
Cool. Excellent. Do you want to have a quick break, or
Well, so we've been going for 2 hours. Do you want to maybe
Yeah.
call this one here?
well, yeah, we can call it out now if you want. We can pick this up in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, man. If you're happy to
Ooh.
do that. Oh,
Not a couple of weeks. I'm going to a wedding, but 3 weeks maybe, or next week.
cool, man. Yeah, we'll sort that out off stream, and I'll make an announcement when we do it.
Cool.
But this has been great, man. I thank you for joining us. I do hope we can make this a regular thing because this was. I like it. It was good. I'm trying to get a good breadth of stuff, especially now that we're putting on the sort of the development log YouTube. So I think if we can have a good amount of technical stuff like this and the animation stuff, and also like I said, Ash and I on Wednesday are going to do a world building stream where we actually nail down some of these ideas we're having to make it a bit more firm for when we write the game.
Yeah,
So
I'm looking forward to that.
all of this, nice, awesome. But all of this is great. As Pixie says, this was great. Thanks for sharing. It's awesome to see the process and to kind of be a part of it. It's great, and to get feedback live is cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's good having you in my ear as well, kind of being like, oh, because that kind of avoids me sending you 7 or 8 different versions.
Oh, that's appreciated, man. I'm always a little bit worried that I'm over directing to an extent, but
I mean, you are kind of the director. It's your job.
all right then, fine, cool. Do it again. No, no, this has been awesome, man. If you could send us just a quick not right now, but like after the stream, if you could just export something and send it to me, so that I can
Yeah.
put it in even as just a placeholder, or I can listen to it while I'm developing the creepy little girl.
Absolutely,
Animation.
I'll bounce this out for you straight afterwards.
Awesome. You still got the shit? You're still shared in the Google Drive, right?
I think so, yes.
If not, we'll sort it out off stream. Anyway, thank you to absolutely everyone who shot by. It was really fantastic. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Pixie. Thank you, Farron. Thank you, the 2 people who lurked in the background and didn't say anything. This has been great.